Approximately 3.5 months, the major war involving Iran, Israel and USA has prompted a surge in fuel prices across the globe. In most fuel pumps and stations in Uganda, the prices clock to 7,000 shillings per litre. Most Ugandans, especially the small-scale and medium enterprises, have continued to feel the pinch resulting from the high prices of fuel and other commodities. Parliament in May 2026 passed the Excise Duty Amendment Tax 2026, increasing the tax on fuel by 200 shillings. The House was cognizant that the global pressure caused by the war in Iran, Israel and USA could neutralize soon. The Minister for Finance, Planning and Economic Development, Henry Musasizi, while presenting the budget speech, says the government eyes extra 450 billion shillings revenue from the tax on petrol and diesel. Despite the little knowledge on when the global conflict would end, the members of parliament have no option but to allow the tax on fuel to be implemented.
And you see, it's our obligation as citizens to pay taxes so that the money which is raised through taxation can be invested into services. So you have to weigh. If we say don't pay taxes, then where shall we get the money to buy drugs, to run the health sector, to provide for education, provide for roads and so forth and so forth.
I want to thank Parliament that passed the bill and thank the President and the Cabinet that they were able to put in place measures to have enough fuel stocked. Some of our neighboring countries actually don't have even fuel. But for us, we have been able to access fuel at a cost, but at least we access fuel. So our appeal is to make sure that the global prices settle down because of these conflicts so that it can normalize.
The Minister for Internal Affairs, Ephraim Kamuntu, implores Uganda to consider building a capacity to adjust in the situations like the global wars.
A war in Iran affects Ugandans even when we have no role we have played in this conflict. So what option does Uganda have? Uganda's survival depends on adjustment, whether Uganda can build a capacity to adjust to all these external variables of which he has no control. That's the answer. You have to develop the capacity to adjust to environmental impact of which you have no control and to navigate and survive.
For all this to work, for the economy of this country to work, systems must be applied. What I ask for is that the technical team that is in charge of this budget, let the budget do exactly what it is intending to do. The issue is that they have put money on the road. If it doesn't go to the road, or if they say the part of the money is for me, the technical part, and you find that the little money, the corruption part of it, that is where systems fall apart.
The legislators urge the general public to develop the mindset of work to be able to thrive through such hard times as government implements the taxes.
People do not want to hear about the tax that has come up because it has to come up. What we need to do is the mindset that people need to understand, where do I gain for me to pay this tax? Where do I invest for me to pay this tax? Because as long as we live, tax has to be paid.
These are the global markets, these are world challenges, these are world threats. That's why I was saying that I'm happy with our budget because it is catering for security sector as number one. These are effects of insecurity.
The leader of opposition in parliament, Joel Senyonyi, wants the government to cut on its appetite for expenditure to deliver efficient services.
Over 10 trillion shillings of money that is meant to avail services to the people of Uganda is stolen. How many people are apprehended for that corruption? So they are not serious about it.
Daniel Mugoya, Gloria Gwitabinji, UBC News.